Sally Badran. This interview is going to be about vertical farming. Hello, Mrs. Rita.
Hi Sally, how are you?
Please introduce your company and your work.
Okay, I will start by introducing myself. My name is Rita Asmar. I'm the co-founder, along with my colleague Mitri Harmouche, co-founders of Ground Vertical Farming. It's a Lebanese startup dedicated to provide complete vertical farming solutions for agricultural businesses and greenhouse owners. The mission of Ground is to optimize the agricultural space and achieve the highest yield at the best quality, all the while reducing costs, operational costs and energy costs. Ground offers solution in response to the economic crisis and recession, the climate change, the lack of agricultural areas, and the high labor and energy expenses. Well, the team behind, we are a team of two co-founders along with a team member who is the software developer. I'll be talking a little bit about our background. We have Mitri Harmouche, who's the landscape designer and urban planning engineer. He's an AUB and ALBA graduate. He started agricultural trial at AUB Greenhouse in 2006. Conducted the green wall and plantation studies at Agence Terre Paris in 2007. 8 years later, he executed the first green wall geotextile plot in Erga Group and was followed by 3D sketching and virtual mock-up on vertical farming in 2017. He will be managing the overall operations of Ground and overseeing the technical aspects of the production. Myself, Rita Asmar, a biochemist and pharmacologist, graduated with honors and was granted the exact Dr. Musa Award for having the highest GPA in the science degree, in the Masters of Science degree. I've been always also working as a sales executive in a pharmaceutical company for the past 6 years, promoting the company's product. I'll be overseeing the sales and marketing of Ground. We have along with us Jojan, a software developer and tech advisor with more than 10 years of experience in the digital work, helping building digital ecosystems around the web and mobile. He's recently working as a digital project manager, director at Media Monks. He's working with clients like Twitter, Heineken, and Olympic Channel. And we are surrounded by a team of advisors, such as the financial advisors, sales and marketing advisors as well.
Very interesting. Okay, so second question is, what's vertical farming and what grew your interest in it as a focus for your initiative?
Well, vertical farming is, as we are talking about, is the practice of producing food on vertically inclined surfaces. Instead of farming vegetables and other foods on a single level, as we all know as the traditional farming, such as in field or greenhouses, this method produces foods in vertically stacked layers, commonly integrated into other structures like a skyscraper, a shipping container, or a repurposed warehouse. Well, we at Ground Vertical Farming, we saw that there is an increasing need for a solution that will help greenhouse owners and farmers optimize their agricultural space, achieve the highest yield, all the while reducing their cost. We found that a traditional greenhouse owner, he consumes 20 liters of water per square meter on a daily basis to irrigate his greenhouse. And the cost to manage the greenhouse is around $4,000 per 1,000 square meter of planted area, including land rental, planting, harvesting, and labor costs. So we thought of a solution that can help these greenhouse owners to optimize their agricultural space, all the while reducing their costs. And this is exactly where we, as Ground Vertical Farming, come in with our solution.
Brilliant, brilliant idea. So,
yes, thank you.
Question. Why do you think vertical farming is important, especially nowadays?
Well, currently, not only in Lebanon, the lack of agricultural lands, the climatical change, and the global recession due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, we all know the ongoing financial and economic crisis in Lebanon are contributing towards low yield production and high labor and energy expenses. And of course, high import cost, which is leading governments, including our government, to focus on and work on building internal sustainability. So we thought of ground vertical farming solution to be part of this agricultural sector in Lebanon to help the farmers and the greenhouse owners overcome these problems.
Exactly, and here comes the questions. What are the advantages of vertical farming?
So, of course, when you are working in an enclosed environment, such in vertical farming, you will have a reliable year-round crop production. This is, you can think that this is the biggest benefit in the vertical farming. It's not depending on the weather, so meaning you can achieve a consistent year-round crop production without worrying about the impact of adverse weather conditions, can have both on quality and profiling of production and yield. So having a year-round crop production is very beneficial in vertical farming. Plus, as I already said, it's not affected by the adverse weather conditions. So growing in a fully enclosed and climate control environment, it completely eradicates the need to rely on or even to worry about the weather. Whereas crop in a field can be ruined by excessive rain, wind, or drought, or even pests and fungus. So vertical farming provides 100% harvest certainty. There's many advantages for vertical farming, and including these advantages, we have also a better use of space. So when you plant in a vertically stacked way, you will be using less space with more produce. So you'll be producing more in smaller spaces. You'll be also minimizing water usage. Vertical farming doesn't require any high amounts of water. It's also doesn't require chemicals or pesticides. So you can be managing correctly the environment because it's an enclosed environment. So you don't have to worry about the crop damage and the fungal disease and the struggle of all these problems.
Now, having said that, how do you control the environment in vertical farming?
So since it's a closed environment, everything will be controlled remotely with minor workers' intervention. For example, in our case, Ground offers a complete solution that combines hardware and software, where you have the hardware, which is the fully automated vertical panels where you can grow the produce in it. It will be embedded with different sensors such as temperature, humidity, pH, and electroconductivity. These sensors will be read and visualized by the user, by the farmer or the greenhouse owner, and he'll be managing his greenhouse, the panel's activities. He'll be collecting data and visualize the key metrics on an intelligent dashboard, the unique software that we are also developing. So by monitoring and controlling the activity of the panels remotely, he will not enter the greenhouse in regular basis. So just for the collection of the produce and to monitor. If there's any problem, he'll be notified beforehand, and he'll be interacting accordingly.
Yes, yeah, we know that farming is a traditional application. So implementing these technologies that you're talking about and the designing of farms will increase the costs versus traditional farming. Is that so?
Well, you can think about this like this way. Having a product that gets the client return on investment, you will not be talking about cost, and you talk about investment they are doing. It's not a cost they are incurring at the end of the day, because the client will be able to recoup investment in a year or even in less than a year. So introducing these technologies into traditional farming, they will bring for these customers, for these farmers, a return on investment. So it's not costly at all regarding the benefits they are incurring.
So that actually encouraged farmers in Lebanon. So
yes, of course, especially in Lebanon.
Future of vertical farming in Lebanon?
It's a fact that greenhouse owners in Lebanon are indeed constrained financially. So, but the fact that we are talking with these farmers and explaining to them that there is more an investment than a cost, giving the savings in water, labor, and the increase in yield. So they are open to this technology, and of course this is the future, because as you know, fortunately Lebanon is shifting toward being a local production-based economy. And we believe that our solution in ground vertical farming will have a great impact in the agro field. So it will help the Lebanese country fulfill the needs of the domestic market and create also opportunities for farmers and greenhouse owners to export their produce.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And last but not least, can any type of crop be implemented in vertical farming or just specific ones?
Well, so far, I will talk about ground. We have been able to produce leafy greens vegetables, also like lettuce, kale, roca, all leafy greens. And in vertical farming, you can also plant like tomato, like cucumber. We are working on different types of crops. So far, not all the crops can be produced in vertical farming in general, but we are doing some changes, and we are working on our growing medium to include a wider range of produce.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rita, for your time. And this was a wonderful interview and informative. We'd like to keep in touch with ground vertical farming always, and know any of your projects in the future.
Thank you for you. Looking forward.